They were not aware of the vast infrastructure that they have, so many infrastructure that they have in Fortaleza. Once we arrived and we started announcing what Fortaleza was in terms of international connectivity, then everybody realized that, oh, we have something here that we were not aware of. Our second data center, which means that the first one is already full up, and then the necessity for building a new one. It's all good. Supposedly it's be all good, but there's still something that needs to be done. My friend Danny said that there's a lot of new improvements being done in Fortaleza, in all the state of Ceará. But if we look at Firmina, for instance, the new global cable, it's not touching base in Fortaleza. And we don't have that many OTTs companies with a local presence in Fortaleza. Everybody that builds data centers knows that the biggest customers will be the OTT ones. They are the ones that fill up your data center. But when you have Google deciding not to land in Fortaleza with their new fiber submarine cable, then it's like a message that as data center provider and telecom operators or submarine cables operators, we have to step back and realize and try to think what's going on with the whole economy in this area. If companies like Google, Amazon, Oracle, they don't actually have their nodes in Fortaleza, then something that needs to be done. And this is what we are trying to talk about with the local government, so that we need to provide more business programs, more attractive programs into Fortaleza, so that companies will look at Fortaleza as a business center, not just a passing through, taking advantage of the geography of the way Fortaleza is localized. This is what made us operators decide to land a submarine cable in Fortaleza, but now we need to transform Fortaleza into a business, international business center, so that ones like Google, Microsoft, Oracles, and such, the big OTTs, they will make business in Fortaleza. We are investing in Fortaleza, in the new data center, hoping that for sure the momentum will continue and these big OTTs will decide to come and do business in Fortaleza, not just passing through, trying to reach São Paulo or other areas in South America.
The connection to Africa, how has that benefited the Fortaleza ecosystem, and what future development do you see between those two continents?
This is how we started in Fortaleza with the SACs. A few years ago, we decided that it was about time for us to have Africa continent and America continent directly connected between themselves. And then we decided to go into this new venture. There was nothing like in the rest of the world. Everything goes from Northern Atlantic, from US to Europe, and then down south. We decided to go against the tides, and we built SACs. We were bridging two Portuguese-speaking countries, Angola and Brazil. We were getting the fastest connectivity between the African continent and the Americas. Actually, after that, once we built up SACs, we made some tests, and we used various vendors, and we found that we had the fastest connectivity between South Africa to any point in US. Not speaking about Fortaleza or Brazil, but from South Africa to any point in US, we had the fastest connectivity using our SACs. So SAC was kind of a disruptive infrastructure, submarine infrastructure that came to life into this global submarine cables in the network. We also find that by having a diverse route going from Africa to Europe, and we had that last year when we had the cut on three of the submarine cables that goes from Africa to Europe, and we were able to diverse all the traffic from Africa to Brazil, and then from Brazil to US, and US back to Europe again. And people, okay, they found that we got more latency because of this diverse route, But for that entire months that we didn't have connectivity directly from Africa to Europe, we were able to divert all the networking traffic using the Fortaleza link and then back to Europe again. So SACS was not just one link between two Portuguese-speaking countries. For us to get more content from Brazil all the way to Angola, and from US all the way to Africa, but also to give us a backup route if something happens in the submarine cables in Africa. We see that this is far more true now that we have these problems in the Red Ocean, that we really need resiliency in terms of backup routes for submarine systems.